Students, today topic is adsorption on solid liquid interface. Interface is actually the boundary layer in between the two phases such as the solid and liquid, solid and solid, liquid and liquid, liquid and gas, or solid and gas. First of all, the surface energy due to the surface tension at the boundary between the two regions. So this boundary region is solid and liquid. This boundary is called the interface. Porous or finely divided solid substances can also absorb dissolved substances from the solution. So thus, activated charcoal is used to remove colored impurities. Activated charcoal is the surface from the solutions, and the solution is the adsorbate. So charcoal will also absorb many dyestuffs. When a solution of acetic acid is shaken with activated charcoal, some of the part of acid is removed by adsorption and concentration of solution is decreased. So again, precipitates obtained in the qualitative analysis that often act as adsorbents. For example, magnesium hydroxide MgOH twice when participated or precipitated in the presence of a dyestuff magnesium that forms a blue lake. Adsorption from the solution is generally follows the same principles as laid for the adsorption of gases by solids and its subjects of the to the same factors. There are some various factors of the solid liquid interface. Some adsorbents specially adsorb certain solutes more effectively than others. Number 2, an increase of temperature decreases the extent of adsorption. Number 3, an increase in a surface area increases the extent of adsorption. And number 4, adsorption of solutes also involves the establishment of an equilibrium between the amount adsorbed and the concentration of the solute in solutions. So there is a limit to the absorption by given mass of the adsorbent, and hence possibility of the adsorption takes place unless a unimolecular layer is formed. So when the unimolecular layer is formed, it is called as chemisorption. So what is the effect of the catalyst on the adsorption? The effect of substance that increases the speed of a chemical reaction but is not itself consumed by the reaction. The substance itself is called a catalyst, and catalyst speed up the chemical reaction. So catalyst provides a different pathway for a chemical reaction to take place, one that has a lower the activation energy that the also performs the better catalyst that increases the rate of reactions. And the catalyst can be separated into the two types. One is the homogeneous catalysis and other is the heterogeneous catalysis. Homogeneous catalysis in the same phase and heterogeneous catalysis in the different phase. The difference depends on the phases of the chemical reaction and the catalyst. If all substances including the catalyst are in the same phase, it is considered to be homogeneous. Examples include aqueous solution reactions that are catalyzed by hydrogen ions or hydroxyl ions, and the gas phase like the breakdown of the ozone by chlorine atoms in the upper atmosphere to form the nascent oxygen and molecular oxygen. So what is the effect of heterogeneous catalysis? It is usually occurs at a phase boundary between the reactants, and catalysts are in the different phases. It is heterogeneous, for example, liquid solid, liquid gas, and solid gas interface. The examples include the decomposition of NaOX pollutants by catalytic that converts in the cars, and the formation of water from and O2 oxygen gases in the presence of finely divided metal powders. Interacts with the surface, that is the heterogeneous catalysis. And the rate of the catalyzed reaction must be related to the rate at which the reactant molecules are adsorbed on the surface. For example, catalyst with the liquid reactant in the presence of the catalyst, and the liquid reactant adsorbed, the rate of adsorption is called as solid terms as solid liquid interface. The presence of that involves the adsorption of a single liquid species on a solid surface. There are two assumptions. Number one, first we can assume that the liquid molecules that are adsorbed directly into the surface are in the ones that react faster, and that is the are catalyzed from we conclude immediately the maximum amount of liquid that can adsorb, and catalyzed would be complete the monolayer of liquid is formed. And number two, the variable coverage is defined as the decimal fraction of possible positions on the surface that have an adsorbed liquid molecules on them. So coverage is symbolized by Greek letter theta and varies between from 0 to 1. 0 means no coverage and 1 means that have the fully coverage. So molecules that can be fully adsorbed, and theta value is 1. So molecules that a complete monolayer assumes or experience catalyst effect on the surface. And second assumption is that adsorption of gas molecules in an elementary process, so that the rate of elementary process is a single step rate of adsorption can be determined directly from the stoichiometry of the reaction, and rate of adsorption is therefore directly proportional to the concentration of the liquid reactant, which will be designate that liquid concentration. But the rate of adsorption is also proportional to the amount of the solid surface positions available. Adsorbed into the surface positions are called as surface sites. The coverage theta, then the number of sites available that is not covered is given by 1 minus theta, and we can assume that the rate of adsorption is K adsorption into liquid 1 minus theta. And after a reaction on the surface, the liquid molecules have to leave the surface or dissolve, and the rate of adsorption is assumed to be 0th order. That are related to only to coverage. The rate of adsorption is equal to rate of desorption into coverage, that is equal to multiplied by theta, that is surface covered. The desorption relates to the variables to the desorption process. If the adsorption and desorption rates are equal in equilibrium, then occurring the same steady pace, and the adsorption and desorption rates are equal to each other. So rate of adsorption is equal to rate of desorption, and the K adsorption liquid is into 1 minus theta is equal to K desorption into theta. So we can use the above equation algebraically solve the coverage, that is a theta, and theta is equal to K adsorption of the liquid divided by K adsorption of the liquid plus K desorption. And the equilibrium constant, that is a capital K of the adsorption over desorption process, is given by K adsorption divided by desorption. And the equation above equation 3 means that theta is equal to K of the molar concentration of the liquid divided by K rate constant into molar concentration of the liquid plus 1. 1 is the fully surface covered, that is adsorption. The Langmuir isotherm is common way of the modeling of the gas liquid interface and adsorbing surface, but is not the only way. There are the other Arso model is called as the Franklin model, and K of the adsorbing species over into molar concentration into superscript that of C and R K are experimentally determined constant, and the equation is we can use in terms of logarithm. So log theta is equal to log of K, that is equilibrium constant, into C into log of adsorption species. And as to form the straight line, there is another or define the different heterogeneous systems. What is the reaction involved of the adsorption of the two different liquid phases? Here we can assume that of the how the straight line is obtained. If we plot log of theta against the liquid molar concentration of the liquid, here the fully surface, that is the 1 covered, and the equilibrium is achieved, and the theta is equal to half, and that is liquid molar concentration is equal to 1 over K. Similarly, if we plot 1 over theta against 1 over liquid molar concentration of the liquid, here the slope is equal to 1 over K, and the straight line is obtained. So similar way, here the straight line obtained, and the two different coverages variables. If there are two systems, one is called as A and other is called as B, and in the gas or liquid phase, that the adsorption and desorption of each process are in equilibrium, then we can rewrite equation above equation 2, the equality of the adsorption and desorption. So K adsorption of the A, molar concentration of A into 1 minus theta into minus theta B, and into K desorption A into theta A. Similarly, for the adsorption of the molar B molecules or the B gas or liquid phase. And by defining two equilibrium constant, capital Ka and capital Kb in terms of the adsorption and desorption rate constant, we can solve the two coverages, that theta A and theta B. Theta A, Ka, molar concentration of A divided by equilibrium constant K into A plus Kb plus 1. Similarly, for the B over the denominator are the same. And these expressions are called as Langmuir-Hinshelwood isotherms. So finally, suppose for the diatomic gas or liquids is adsorbed on the surface, and the first step is for the molecules to dissociate and to occupy two sites on one of the molecular gas by diatomic on the surface, 2A surface into 2A adsorbs. Similarly, if these processes are in equilibrium, then the stoichiometric reaction would affect the expression or the coverage of the by the A atoms, and instead of the equation 4, we can get the Langmuir isotherm. For a Langmuir, theta is equal to K, means that is the equilibrium constant half into A2, A for the 2 for the second, over half 2 bimolecular gases, K half divided by A2 plus 1. So model of a liquid and a liquid gas or a solid gas or a liquid solid on a surface, we can consider how molecules adsorb, species interact with the surface. So there are, what is the effect of the solid liquid interface? There are two effects. One is the physioabsorption, other is the chemisorption. If the molecule interacts with the surface, then physically in a weak and external way, we can get the simple as van der Waals forces or dispersion forces interaction that keeps a molecules on a surface. So like water molecules means that is the exothermic reaction will take place, adsorb so easily on the most surfaces. While in the chemisorption, the strength of interaction between the molecule and the surface becomes high and enough to considered by the bona fide chemical bond or covalent bond. So usually for the strength of chemisorption to rival to a true chemical bond, diatomic gases or liquid or such as water adsorb on the metal or on the hard surface, or adsorb on many metals with chemisorption strength of over 500 kilojoule per mole. You have studied in the previous lecture that in physical adsorption there is a low surface energy, while in case of chemisorption there is high, that is surface energy will takes place. So chemisorption and physioabsorption are usually studied by measuring directly or indirectly the coverage theta, means theta of the surface versus temperature. The lower the temperature needed to reduce the coverage, means of a surface, the lower the energy of the interaction between the gas molecules or the liquid with the solid. So differentiation between physioabsorption and chemisorption is inexact and is usually judged on the basis of the strength of the interaction as well as a structural consideration. For example, the energy of the interaction between carbon monoxide and palladium is large enough to consider it is chemisorbed. The steps that occurring the surface and their respective changes in the energies can be simplified by generalized views. So gas molecules adsorb on the surface, that is physiosorbed molecules, delta E is equal to that is delta adsorbed, means delta H, exothermic reaction, physiosorbed molecules. Second step, surface dissociated atom, that here is the endothermic, and the dissociated atom chemisorbed on the surface, that is delta is the exothermic. The second step, bond energy are broken, where the molecules, physiosorbed molecules becomes dissociated, and it is a endothermic reaction. That is conveniently the third step bonds are formed, which has the always accompanied by release of energy, that is exothermic. So at this point, chemisorbed molecules can react on the surface with needle on the activation energy. So chemisorb atoms, that is the adsorb on the surface, that products that bond energy will be exothermic, and this will be the end of that of the lecture.